Trauma isn't just in your mind, it's also in your body. So, what if I told you that your struggles with infertility might not just be hormonal, but deeply emotional? And if you need scientific proof, then scroll away, because what I'm about to tell you is what I see in my daily practice working with so many women, and also what other practitioners see, that trauma is stored in the body. I think we are in our kindershoes when it comes to understanding how emotional trauma impacts our health. Ancient Chinese medicine was looking at it, and I think we have to catch up. So let's dive deep into the hidden connection between abandonment wounds and infertility. If you have an abandonment wound that is not healed, your nervous system has likely been stuck in a survival mode for many, many, many years. And this means that you are in a state of chronic stress, high cortisol, and a body that doesn't feel safe enough to conceive. When cortisol is high, it suppresses progesterone, disrupts ovulation, and can even shorten the luteal phase. So this makes it much, much harder to get pregnant, and even harder to stay pregnant. High cortisol also drives insulin resistance, which is a major cause of PCOS, poor egg quality, and implantation failure. But again, I think trauma isn't just in our mind, it is in our body, and everything is connected. Chinese medicine teaches us that different emotions are stored in different organs. Grief and loss, which are deeply tied to abandonment, are stored in the lungs and large intestine. That could lead to digestive issues, bloating, or food sensitivities that impact then nutrient absorption. Fear, for example, especially if you're fearful of being alone or not being enough, that can be stored in the kidneys, according to Chinese medicine. And this is directly tied to fertility and egg quality. If kidneys' energy is weak, you might experience low ovarian reserve and ovulation, or maybe even early menopause. Then we have resentment and suppressed emotions that are stored in the liver. And the liver plays a massive role in hormone detoxification. So if your liver is overburdened, it can lead to estrogen dominance, endometriosis, fibroids, and heavy periods. And when we talk about our womb, the space in there, if you have experienced abandonment, there may be energetic stagnation in the womb. And that might lead to a bad blood flow, making it harder to conceive. I'm convinced that the womb isn't just a physical organ. I think it can hold imprints of trauma, fear, and unprocessed emotions. And I want to say unprocessed emotions is the important part. It's unprocessed, because I'm also convinced that once you work on the emotions, let it be there, and do your shadow work, you can release it and restore your body to its natural health. I strongly believe that healing the nervous system is non-negotiable if you're struggling to conceive, because if you do, everything else will fall into place. You will be able to eat better without even thinking about it. There won't be the need to seek salvation in food, to seek comfort. And we usually don't seek comfort in broccoli, do we? Healing your nervous system means lowering your cortisol levels. Lowering cortisol levels means more insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity means a relaxation and relief for the liver. A better liver detoxification means as well that we can metabolize hormones better, especially estrogen, which therefore helps to restore the balance between estrogen and progesterone, which is needed to sustain a pregnancy. You see where I'm going with this? Everything and anything is connected in our body. You can't just look at one thing without looking at the other. And this is exactly why inside my fertility circle and in my upcoming 4-week nervous system restore course, which I will release on the 17th of March, I'm going to help you uncover the wounds and regulate your nervous system. And we're healing the root level. We want to get rid of nutrient depletion. If you have an abandonment wound, your body is likely been in stress mode for years, and it's burning through key fertility nutrients. This means you may be deficient in magnesium, which is essential for progesterone and stress resilience. You might be deficient in B vitamins, especially vitamin B6 and B12. They're needed for ovulation and egg health. Then we have zinc, which is important for egg quality and immune function. And we have omega-3s, which are extremely important to reduce inflammation and support hormonal balance. Not to mention that abandonment wounds, I personally believe, often lead to subconscious behaviors that block fertility, like emotional eating. Then you might have controlling tendencies, perfectionism, or feeling like you always have to do more to be worthy of that little bit of love. If your body doesn't feel safe, it might not be able to prioritize reproduction. And even if I'm wrong and all of that doesn't matter, at least you learn in 4 weeks how to be calm through the storm of infertility, because not getting pregnant sucks.